This is the Roger Orozco Show.
Hey, I don't mind being a boss. And guess what? I'm a taxpayer. I'm a boss.
You are the boss. You're the boss of me.
That's right. And guess what?
You're the boss of me, man.
18%. They can all go. If you're not striving, go.
Well,
hey, I've said it. I'll keep saying it.
Lot happened. I mean, I am learning a ton. You know what? I got to say thank you for what you did all those years. I don't know how you did it.
Hey, the mentality is kids. Adults second.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. The star, Ashton. Say hi, Ash. Say hi to everybody. All right, good job, my man. Okay, a couple quick stories, news pieces. This is something I was told, so if it's wrong or inaccurate, please let me know. But I was told that Selma Unified is not doing Thanksgiving food boxes this year. And from what I understand, in the previous years, the teachers would put in some names of some needy families, and there would be like POs, which are purchase orders, and they would have to be approved, and then there could be funding for these boxes, these lunch boxes, or not lunch boxes, food boxes for Thanksgiving. So I was told this year that that's not happening, and as I tried to verify it, I did have a couple people tell me that the POs at some of these schools were denied due to lack of funding. So once again, I have a board representative that doesn't answer my questions, so the waters get muddy. But that's what I've been told. Still trying to verify more of it, so we'll see. I think it's pretty shameful if that's the case, because this board had given the superintendent a bonus last year. And then to turn around and for the community to start hearing about cuts, and especially at this time of year for some of our needy families, is a disgrace. And it's brought on by this board being horrendous with the finances of our school district. There's also a lot of talk of a lot of admin that's been added the last couple of years, and which, an admin position is a lot of money. So it's being said, I've been hearing that the admin student ratio is way out of whack. I don't know if that's true. But once again, we don't even have board members that answer basic questions for us to find out. It's pretty horrific the way the school district is running. And also, I will say, one of these people that have reached out to me had told me, by the way, she hopes I'm running against Mr. Fedor. That is the plan. We'll see what happens. But these people are starting to understand that Mr. Fedor, not only does he not answer questions, he's not working for the people. He's saying it. He said it. He said the people are the bosses. He said I was the boss because I'm a taxpayer, so we're all bosses. And look at what he's done. Pretty much nothing. Okay, so that was one of the quick stories. The no Thanksgiving food boxes for the needy in our school district. Now here's another one going into the city council. As I was watching a meeting from a few months ago, I caught a piece where Ms. Salas, I think it was during the public input part, talked about a new position created by the city, and it was a public information officer. And it's a guy by the name, I believe, of Jose Moreno, who I'm familiar with just because he ran against Mr. Trujillo. And when he did, Mayor Scott Robertson had walked the streets with this guy. And then also Mr. Moreno, I saw his name on the 460 forms of Mr. Robertson's during Mr. Robertson's election campaign. So anyway, so it looks like they're pretty tight, pretty close. And so Ms. Salas goes up and starts speaking at this meeting. And the meeting, I believe, was in September. But she mentions that Mr. Moreno is having a $107,000 annual total salary with a $400 car allowance plus a phone. And that's a lot of money for a public information officer. So he's actually making more money than the cops on the beat, is what I've been told. I believe our cops, our regular street cops, aren't getting $100,000. Over $100,000. So this guy, who's a public information, what is he gonna do? Some social media? He's gonna make over $100,000 a year, plus a car allowance of over $400. I'm pretty sure that the city could have had somebody do that part-time if you had to have it. I mean, I think they used to use the city manager would do a lot of that. You okay? But anyway, so Mr. Moreno has been granted this great position, and it looks like, and it looks funny because, his tie-in with the mayor, especially with, with in the past with him running and the mayor walking the street with them. So it's public information officer, over 107,000 annual total, 400 for the car. Wow. And it's more than our cops, and it's more than some of the other managers, is what was said. I don't know if that's true. So we got something that looks pretty weird right there. And then I'd like to bring up that we've been doing some surveys, some polls, and one of the polls was a question about would you vote for, the school board, there's going to be 3 school board members up next year, less than a year. Would you vote for someone who takes union money and that takes union committee money maybe and actually has to vote on contracts? And that was 100% no. So, most people don't like that, but I think a lot of people don't know it's already happened. This last election last year, Mr. School board president, Mr. Sahota, had money from committees from both unions, teachers and classified, and I know Mrs. Dorte, who's brand new on that school board, she took money from the committee from the Teachers Association. So when those 2 unions give you money, and now their contracts are going to be coming up, because I think the contract's going to be renegotiated this summer. They might even start pretty soon talking about it. I would think that Mr. Sahota and Mrs. Dorte should not be involved, since they took money from those committees that are associated with these unions. So that's going to be very interesting to see if they vote this year. I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal, but it's really smelly, and they should, because they did take money from the committees, they should excuse themselves from having anything to do with the contract. And then that should also send a message. Oh, that's pretty cool. Should also send a message to Mr. Fedor, Mrs. Kessler, and Mr. Medina that the community frowns upon taking money and then voting on contracts. They don't really want that. And it's common sense. But I think the reason why I did the poll was because I know that most people don't know what's really going on. So that's one way to get it out there. And then I believe that people would. I believe the way that poll resulted in 100%, that's pretty accurate. That's because it's basic common sense. Anyway, that's it, Ash. We wanted to get some kind of information out, right? And just so people could have something to talk about during Thanksgiving and then we'll be doing some more videos. But this was it. Possibly no funding for Thanksgiving food boxes. So far from what we heard for Selma Unified, we don't know if it's 100% accurate, but that's what we heard. And then a new public information officer for the city, the mayor's good friend, Jose Moreno, over $100,000 a year. Wow, more than our cops. And what can you say? Anyway, not the greatest video, but we were trying to get something out. So please like, subscribe, and hopefully that's some decent information. All right, guys, thank you.